Dear Gemini, brace yourself, because the first week of July is about to flip your entire world upside down. Between July 2nd and July 7th, the cosmos is aligning in a way that only comes around once in a blue moon. And if you're a Gemini, or if you love one, work with one, or are married to one, you need to pay very close attention to what's coming. This isn't just another horoscope video. This is a full breakdown of the emotional storms, the sudden opportunities, the hidden truths, and the life-altering decisions that are about to land right on your doorstep. Some of you are going to receive news that changes your direction completely. Others will finally get closure on something that has haunted you for months. And a few lucky Geminis, you're about to experience a breakthrough you've been manifesting for years. Before we dive in, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. Subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. And in the comments, tell me, Gemini, what area of your life are you hoping this week transforms? Love, money, or career? I read every single comment, so don't be shy. Now let's get into it. Number 1. The cosmic setup. Why this week is different. Let's talk about why July 2nd through 7th is not just another week for Gemini. The planetary movements happening right now are creating a rare kind of pressure, the kind that forces things to the surface. Mercury, your ruling planet, is shifting into a position that amplifies your natural curiosity and communication skills, but it's also going to expose truths you may have been avoiding. This is the week where the universe stops whispering and starts speaking directly to you. Think about the last few weeks. Have you felt like something was building? Like there was tension under the surface of your daily life that you couldn't quite name? That's not a coincidence. That build-up has been leading directly to this window. The energy right now is less about new beginnings and more about revelations. Things that were hidden are about to become clear, whether that's a person's true intentions, a financial situation you've been ignoring, or a feeling you've been suppressing. Gemini is known as the sign of the twins, symbolizing duality, two paths, two choices, two versions of yourself. This week, that duality becomes very real. You may find yourself standing at a genuine crossroads, forced to choose between comfort and growth, between staying silent and finally speaking your truth. The people around you will notice a shift in your energy too. You might come across as more intense, more direct, less willing to play games or dance around difficult conversations. This is also a week of heightened intuition. Trust those gut feelings that show up out of nowhere. If something feels off about a person, a deal, or a decision, don't ignore it. That instinct is being sharpened right now for a reason. The cosmos is essentially handing you a flashlight and telling you to look closer at the things you've been avoiding. Use it wisely, because clarity like this doesn't come around often, and how you respond to it in the next few days could set the tone for the rest of your month. Number 2. Love and relationships. What's really happening behind the scenes? If you're in a relationship, this week is going to test the honesty between you and your partner, but in a good way. Long-buried feelings are surfacing, and while that might feel uncomfortable at first, it's actually setting the stage for a much deeper, more authentic connection. Around July 3rd and 4th, expect a conversation that's been avoided for weeks to finally happen. It might be initiated by you, or it might catch you off guard when your partner brings it up first. Either way, don't run from it. This conversation, uncomfortable as it may be, is the doorway to real intimacy. For single Geminis, this is a particularly electric week. Your natural charm is amplified, and you may find yourself drawn to someone who feels oddly familiar, as if you've met them before, even if you haven't. Pay attention to interactions around July 5th and 6th. A conversation that starts casually could turn into something far more meaningful than you expect. But here's the catch. Don't let your tendency to overanalyze ruin the moment. Geminis are known for living in their heads, and this week, you're being asked to lead with your heart instead. If you've recently gone through a breakup or a falling out, expect some form of closure this week. It might not come in the way you imagined. Maybe it's not a dramatic reconciliation, but a quiet, internal peace that settles in once you stop waiting for an explanation. Some of you may even hear from an ex out of nowhere. Approach this with caution. Ask yourself honestly, is this a step back into old patterns, or is this genuinely a fresh start? The energy this week supports honesty over nostalgia, so don't let old feelings cloud good judgment. Married Geminis, or those in long-term partnerships, should pay close attention to financial or family-related conversations. These topics tend to bring up emotional undercurrents that have little to do with money and everything to do with trust and long-term security. Approach these talks with patience, because rushing through them could create unnecessary tension that lingers longer than it needs to. Number 3, career, money, and unexpected opportunities. Professionally, this is one of the most pivotal weeks Gemini has seen in months. Around July 2nd, you may receive news, an email, a phone call, or a message that shifts the direction of a project or even your entire career path. This isn't necessarily bad news. In fact, for many of you, it's an opportunity disguised as disruption. A sudden change in plans, a new offer, or an unexpected collaboration could open doors you didn't even know existed. Your communication skills, already one of your greatest strengths, are especially sharp this week. If you've been wanting to pitch an idea, ask for a raise, or negotiate better terms, the days between July 4th and 6th are ideal. You'll find the right words at the right time, and people will be more receptive to your ideas than usual. Don't let self-doubt talk you out of speaking up. This is a rare window where your voice carries real weight. Financially, be cautious but not fearful. There's a temptation this week to make a quick decision based on excitement rather than research, whether that's an investment, a big purchase, or a new financial commitment. Take an extra day before committing to anything major. The energy supports smart risks, not impulsive ones. If you've been considering a side project, freelance opportunity, or even starting your own business, this week offers strong validation signs. Watch for a conversation or piece of information that confirms you're on the right track. For those currently job hunting, expect movement. An application you thought had gone cold could suddenly come back to life. A network connection you almost forgot about might reach out with an opportunity that feels almost too perfectly timed. This is the universe rewarding the effort you've already put in. Don't dismiss it as coincidence. Stay alert, respond quickly to opportunities, and trust that the groundwork you've laid is finally paying off. Number 4, health, energy, and emotional well-being. This week asks Gemini to slow down. Even if everything around you feels like it's speeding up, your mental energy is going to be in high demand. Between important conversations, career shifts, and emotional revelations, your mind will be working overtime. It's essential that you build in moments of rest, even short ones, to avoid burnout by the end of the week. Physically, pay attention to tension in your shoulders, neck, and jaw, common areas where Geminis hold stress without realizing it. A short walk, stretching, or even a few minutes of deep breathing each day can make a significant difference in how you handle the emotional intensity of this period. Around July 5th, you might notice a dip in energy. This isn't a sign that something is wrong. It's your body asking for a pause after several emotionally demanding days. Emotionally, this week can bring up old wounds you thought you had already healed. A memory, a song, or a passing comment might trigger feelings you weren't expecting. Instead of pushing these emotions away, let them surface. This is a week of release, and resisting that process will only prolong discomfort. Journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or simply sitting with your thoughts in silence can help you process what's coming up. Sleep may be irregular this week, especially around July 3rd and 6th, as your mind processes new information and decisions. Try to maintain a consistent bedtime routine, even if your thoughts are racing. Avoid overloading yourself with caffeine or stimulants to compensate for tiredness. Your body needs genuine rest, not artificial energy. By the end of the week, especially around July 7th, many Geminis will feel a noticeable shift, lighter, clearer, and more emotionally balanced than they've felt in weeks. That relief is the reward for allowing yourself to feel everything this week brought to the surface instead of suppressing it. Number 5, the biggest turning point. What happens around July 6th and 7th? Now here's the part you've been waiting for, the peak of this entire week. Around July 6th and 7th, everything that's been building since July 2nd comes to a head. This is the moment of clarity, the turning point where confusion turns into decision and hesitation turns into action. For many Geminis, this will show up as a final answer to a question you've been sitting with for weeks, maybe even months. Should you stay or should you go? Should you take the leap or play it safe? By July 7th, the fog lifts and the answer becomes undeniable. Trust it. This clarity isn't random. It's the result of everything you've processed, felt, and confronted throughout the week. Relationships that were tested earlier in the week reach a resolution point. Either you grow closer through honesty, or you gain the clarity needed to walk away with peace instead of regret. Career-related decisions that felt uncertain on July 2nd become far more obvious by the 7th. That opportunity you were unsure about, you'll know exactly whether it's right for you. This is also a spiritually significant moment for many Geminis. You may feel a strong pull toward reflection, gratitude, or even a symbolic closing of a chapter. Some of you might mark this moment with a small ritual, writing a letter you'll never send, deleting old messages, or simply taking a quiet walk to acknowledge how far you've come. Whatever form it takes, honor it. This turning point sets the tone for the rest of your month and possibly the rest of your summer. And there you have it, Gemini, the first week of July laid out in full detail, from the emotional undercurrents to the career shifts to that powerful turning point waiting for you by July 7th. This is a week of truth, clarity, and decisions that matter. Don't rush through it. Let each day unfold and pay attention to the signs along the way. because they are all connecting to something bigger than you may realize right now. If this resonated with you, make sure you've liked this video and subscribed, because next week's forecast is going to reveal even more about what's coming for you emotionally and financially. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Drop a comment below and let me know which part of this video hit closest to home. Was it the relationship reveal, the career opportunity, or that powerful turning point at the end of the week? I want to hear your story. Remember, the stars can show you the path, but you're the one who decides which direction to walk. Stay open, stay aware, and trust that everything unfolding this week is preparing you for something even bigger ahead. Take care of yourself, Gemini, and I'll see you in the next video, where we go even deeper into what the rest of July has in store for you.